Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be doing the Guardian Gate on Veteran mode. Got our Vesper with a point into Aerostorm. And here I am just checking to see, making sure I have the Veteran mode enabled. There we go. Let us hop into it. Here they come. I'll help your puny forces. I mean, one of my best soldiers will do that. Ha! Let's do this. Okay, so this level we get introduced to a new hero, the dual hero feature of this game. And she has a very useful hero ability where she can summon a Death Knight, which is a big tanky dude. Very good for stalling out. Getting introduced to some basic game mechanics like rally points. And I'm going to keep her in the middle. She is kind of like a brawler. She does more physical damage than Vesper, but she doesn't have any range. And I think she's also slightly tankier. But general idea would be to keep her in the front and then have Vesper in the back using his bow. Cutthroat rats are a new enemy. They're fast and they have stealth, so once they take a hit, they turn invisible and try to slip by your defenses. This tree, for this level, I believe only, once enemies get to a certain point, it'll release the roots, which briefly stun the enemies. Look at that Vesper being a champ, getting that sniper shot off. Go ahead and make a nice little choke point. You can see I have the mage tower in the center, the artillery, and then the archer tower with the barracks in the back. And then we will be upgrading these to level 2. At that top roundabout, I put a archer tower. In the bottom section, we are going to be building a couple more mage towers. Another tip, yes, enemies have armor. Thank you, game. I don't know why you didn't introduce that to us last game when we saw the enemies with armor, but it's okay. We got some World of Warcraft bear looking dudes that we'll see in a couple waves, and these guys have level 2 armor, so having mages on the bottom side is going to be very important. And yeah, if Vesper can use his bow, he is doing a good job. There's the new enemy, Bear Vanguard, big, broad, and bad. I decided to try to install those guys out a little bit and deal with the little piglets first. That level 2 artillery is pretty cool. I like the take on the artillery of this game, where it's like a 3-shot barrage. Kind of fun. And we're gonna just try to stall these guys out and drop a nice Aerostorm, not Rain of Fire. Try and let her tank, but also be careful to not let her die. I actually let her die this game, which is unfortunate. I wasn't really paying attention and then she died. So don't do that. If you're getting pushed back, just be sure and kite your heroes backwards so they can stay alive and do a little bit of damage. Without that Rain of Fire though, we don't have the get out of jail free card that we used to in the previous games. So if your hero powers are on cooldown, the game actually gets a little bit scary. It's like, oh dang, I can actually lose. So I do like that about the game. Makes it a little more challenging. With 2 heroes, you can do a lot of kiting. Like you can see, I moved the hero down to that bottom side. And Vesper is over there on the back on the main choke point. So just keep building out your towers. One thing I will notice right off the bat is that the level 2 tower looks almost identical to the level 1 towers. I literally had to check the towers and see, did I actually upgrade it? But yeah, they're upgraded to level 2 in that center area. They just look very similar. I'm just selling a couple towers now, upgrading the archer tower in the back to level 2. And we're finishing these guys off nice and easy. GG. Alright, so got upgrade points, a new hero, the one we Rylene, and level 3 towers are now upgraded. I'll go ahead and take a look at her in our hero tab. Yeah, you can see Death Knight ability to upgrade, and she is kind of like your melee brawler. Very cool looking. Vesper is range, and she is kind of a melee. Think of her as like an extra barrack person. Nice, does more physical damage. So I'm going to be putting a point into her Death Knight option. Alright, well thank you guys for watching. You have a good one.